All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really high-stakes business case study featuring an entrepreneur named Omar Farooq. But hey, we're not just here for the dramatic survival story. We're actually going to use his journey to master some essential English business vocabulary and dial in our past tense grammar. Let's just dive right in. I want you to imagine an absolute nightmare scenario for a second. Your bank account's completely empty. That company you've spent years pouring your heart into is rapidly collapsing all around you. You are literally just days away from total, irreversible bankruptcy. Well, that was the desperate, terrifying reality for Omar Farooq. He was out of time, out of options, right up until he found one dusty, totally forgotten letter. Could a single piece of paper really turn his entire life around? Let's find out. Section 1. The brink of bankruptcy. Tracking Omar's decline. You see, before this whole crisis hit, Omar Farooq was a highly successful entrepreneur running a growing digital services company. He managed a great team, built incredibly strong relationships with local clients, and honestly, everything was moving in the right direction. Until, suddenly, it wasn't. Take a look at this timeline. It maps out the rapid decline of a business in total freefall. In month 1, his trusted clients abruptly canceled their contracts. Then, by month 2, his operating expenses shot up aggressively. By month 3, his revenue severely dropped. And by month 4, he was staring right into the face of bankruptcy. Now, Omar tried everything to stop the bleeding. He called investors, frantically tried reducing costs, working day and night, but absolutely nothing worked. Now, understanding the exact terminology of this collapse is absolutely vital. So let's talk about revenue. This is simply the money a business earns from its normal activities. For Omar, this was the cash coming in from those digital services. So when his revenue took that sudden, sharp drop in month 3, that officially kicked off the terminal phase of his crisis. And on the flip side of that financial coin, we have expenses. These represent the money a business actually spends just to operate, things like rent, salaries, and equipment. When Omar's expenses increased, at the exact same time his revenue dropped, it acted like lighter fluid, just speeding up the company's downfall at a terrifying rate. Looking back at month 1 on our timeline, the initial trigger for this whole disaster was the loss of a contract. A contract is a formal, legally binding agreement between 2 or more parties. When Omar's clients started canceling these legal agreements, it was basically a fatal blow to his bottom line. I mean, without those contracts, there was just no guaranteed revenue. Which naturally leads us to the ultimate business nightmare: bankruptcy. This is a legal status for when a business just cannot repay its debts to creditors. For example, you might say, the company declared bankruptcy after losing revenue. And guys, that wasn't just a vocabulary example, that was the terrifying, very real cliff that Omar was standing on. Section 2. Hitting rock bottom. The dusty envelope. Picture the scene for a second. It's late evening. Omar is sitting completely alone in his quiet, dimly lit office. And all around him, the physical evidence of his failure is just scattered across his desk. Stacks of unpaid bills, formally canceled agreements, and those final urgent collection notices. Exhausted, completely defeated, and getting ready to just pack his things, Omar softly whispered to himself, "I have failed." It's this moment of total surrender. But right in that exact moment of complete exhaustion, as he reached into an old desk drawer to clear it out, his eyes locked onto something kind of unusual. It was a small, dust-covered envelope with his name on it. And the strange part, he had absolutely zero memory of ever receiving it. Okay, before we reveal what was inside, let's pause for a quick, crucial grammar shift. Right now, if we were talking in the present tense, we would say he finds a letter, he opens the envelope, he reads the message. But remember, this story happened in the past, so practice these with me. He found a letter. He opened the envelope. He read the message. Did you catch how the spelling of read stays exactly the same, but the pronunciation shifts to sound like the color red? Excellent work. Okay, let's get back to that envelope. Section 3. The forgotten discovery. The 2-year-old agreement. So Omar slowly and carefully opened this dusty envelope. Inside was a formal, official letter. He checks the top of the page and realizes the letter was dated 2 entire years earlier. As he began to read, he quickly realized that the document was actually from a former business partner he hadn't spoken to in quite a while. Now, to fully grasp what Omar was reading, we really have to look at the word agreement. An agreement is simply a formal decision or arrangement between people or entities. In this case, Omar was holding a long-forgotten partnership agreement that he and his former colleague had signed years ago and then, well, simply filed away and forgot about. As Omar read through the details of this agreement, he stumbled across a genuinely shocking clause using the word entitled. To be entitled means having a legitimate right to do or have something, and this document stated, in perfectly clear legal terms, that Omar was entitled to financial support from this former partner if the business ever faced severe operational losses. Crazy, right? Basically, the agreement acted as a massive safety net for their mutual investment. An investment is the money, time, or effort used to grow a business and generate future income. So, this prior formal commitment to protect their initial investment was suddenly and completely unexpectedly the ultimate lifeline for Omar's failing company. And just like that, a single dusty document held the absolute key to his recovery. Recovery is just the process of returning to a normal, healthy, or strong state after a really difficult period. Finding this letter instantly shifted Omar's entire trajectory. He wasn't hurtling toward bankruptcy anymore. He was heading directly toward a powerful comeback. Section 4, the turning point, rebuilding the company. Omar was absolutely floored. I mean, he must have been wondering, how on earth did I miss this? But he didn't waste a single second dwelling on the past. Without hesitating, he picked up the phone and contacted his former business partner to verify if this 2-year-old document would actually still hold up today. His former partner responded quickly and delivered the exact words that changed everything. Yes, the agreement is valid. Honestly, that was the precise moment Omar's business was officially saved from extinction. From there, we can clearly trace the really systematic steps of Omar's recovery. Step 1, the financial support outlined in the agreement was arranged within days. Step 2, Omar immediately used those funds to pay off his mounting debts. Step 3, with all that pressure off, he stabilized his day-to-day business operations. And finally, Step 4, as confidence grew, his clients actually returned and his revenues steadily increased. His business literally went from the brink of collapse to being stronger than it ever was before. Section 5, the final lesson, key takeaways. The absolutely crucial point to remember here is that sometimes the solution to your biggest problem isn't something brand new at all. First takeaway, never ignore the small details. I mean, a single piece of paper saved an entire company. Second, clear communication is a powerful tool. That legally binding, clearly written agreement is exactly what triggered his recovery. And third, opportunities may already exist right around you. You just need to find them. The solution was literally sitting in Omar's desk drawer the whole time. Which leaves us with a final, pretty provocative question to think about. What forgotten solutions are hiding in your desk? Think about the resources, the connections, or even past agreements you might have just overlooked. I really encourage you to review the business vocabulary we covered today, try practicing those past tense verbs in your daily conversations, and most importantly, keep looking for your own hidden opportunities. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.